Welcome back to Beyond Bookkeeping, brought to you by Febi.ai. Investing in knowledge pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin wisely noted. Today, we are honored to have a guest who embodies this philosophy, none other than Nisary. She is the founder of HerMoneyTalks and a true champion of making finance easy to understand. Nisary is also a mentor, a writer, a speaker who inspires others to get smarter about their money. Let's dive into her practical advice and inspiring stories. Nisary, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Anuj.
Let's start with one basic thing, and which is what does Her Money Talk community is all about?
So, Her Money Talks is a financial platform for women. So, we focus on educating women to be financially smart. And we are focusing a lot on community building because it's all about women coming together, inspiring each other, and taking charge of their lives. So, there are a lot of platforms today which is talking about women empowerment, but most of them are focused on skilling and recruitment. But actually, the true empowerment comes only when you take charge of the finances, and that's what we believe. So we work on two verticals. One on taking charge of your personal finances. Second is we help women founders to accelerate or scale up their business in a financially viable model. So these are the two arms where we work with women and helping them to become better money managers in their personal lives as well as in their business. And we do have active chapters, women-led chapters in 8 cities, which is in Cochin, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, and very soon we are launching in Calcutta as well.
And congratulations for that. And Nisri, what is the size of community right now?
So we have active subscribers of around 1 lakh plus. Out of that, I would say active membership can be a 50% of them. And women entrepreneurs in our community are very active because they are the one who love to network and who want to learn a lot because many of them are solopreneurs, or even if they have co-founders, you know how startups know they have to take charge of their things by their own. So they are the people more active. And there are a lot of working women also in the platform who are looking for building their or taking their career to the next level. And a few women restarters who are looking for opportunities and come back to career. So this is how the construction of the community is.
No, I've personally been to some of your sessions, and I think the job that you're doing is absolutely fabulous. And I wish you luck. And if there is any form or shape we can help, more than happy to do that. Nisri, this podcast is all about celebrating unsung heroes, and one of them is bookkeeping right now. Now, you as a founder yourself, and also in the capacity where you mentor other startups, have you seen any challenges that it comes to bookkeeping with them?
So we are interacting with a lot of women, helping them with their business strategies and with their financial modeling. One challenge or one thing which we have noticed, I'm not saying it's just with women, actually, it with any founders. The problem founders facing is that once you get into the world of business, it's crazy. Like you will be focusing on the sales, the numbers, the targets, and the customer acquisition. Usually, finance, most people are counting in terms of revenue or the turnover, but many times managing the cash flow is something the startups are lacking because they all focus on the number of users they acquire, the number of sales they achieve. When it comes to profitability or when it comes to how they manage the cash flow within the company or with their clients is a challenge actually. And especially when coming to women founders, this is a common trend which I've seen that they are very focused on their customer service or giving a quality product. But when it comes to their accounting or their finances, and they always having a feeling that they have to take the help of their male co-founder or the jargons or these are the things which they don't understand. And when it comes to startups, usually startups outsource this kind of services to their auditing firms or with any other service providers, or if it is not a full-time thing, they rely on freelance people to manage their accounts. Many times we focus on the, like I said, the revenue part of it, but there are a lot of nitty-gritties like filing the taxes on time, the penalties coming, how long is the credit period with the clients. These kind of minute accounts management is something many founders find it difficult, majorly because they have a perception this is an unproductive work. So maybe technology can make life easier, make it interesting, and that I feel is a need of the hour, but not much talked about. This is all happening in the back end.
No, and thank you, Nisri, and that's quite insightful. If I have to summarize it, people do shy away from managing bookkeeping or managing accounts by themselves. It could be because of a literacy gap, or it could be something that they don't understand or they don't want to invest time. What do you think is more, if I have to pick one of them in terms of priority, is it because of they're not aware of it, how to do a bookkeeping, or they have other priorities which takes over from bookkeeping?
It's a mix of both. Yes, awareness is a major thing. Secondly, there are other priorities. Like I mentioned, always the focus is on sales and the customer care and other things. And this is considered as an unproductive work. And many times we get into it when we take a hit. You hit somewhere, you face with a serious cash flow, or suppose you go for funding or you apply for a loan, then that's the time when you need to do all these hygiene checks. Then only actually people get to know about this, and then they realize that there are a lot of gaps. Oh, this happened, this went wrong. Rather than doing it diligently, when the need is coming, only people are getting into it, then it becomes a double work because you have to sit and correct the entire thing, which is a humongous task.
No, I can't agree more. I think it's time when everybody becomes more proactive than reactive in this sense. And you can't get away with compliances. This is a must have, whether it is fundraising or even loans. That and you talk a lot about in your financial literacy boot camps that I've seen, that how you can be due diligence ready, or what we'll say more financially compliant right from day zero. Nisri, if we have to fast forward this, and what is that a founder and you would expect from a bookkeeping software or a service to do fast forward 6 months from now or a year from now? What would it look like?
From my personal experience and what I'm hearing from other founders, the government or the GST or the compliance things, these are changing very fast. What I feel is that many of the softwares are not keeping up to date with the GST changes or the dynamics happening in the industry. So usually, how do we get to know which software is good? Because there are a lot of softwares. We are also hearing different names. So we get this doubt which one is apt or which one is good for us. So naturally, we go to a CA and take the advice, which is an advisable software which can sync up well with the GST system and all. Many of the CAs, they still use the Tally and or the QuickBooks. QuickBooks has recently stopped in India, but Tally is something they all rely as an industry. They all rely since years. They are all comfortable. Their people are equipped and trained with it. So naturally, they recommend that only. But there are other user-friendly softwares which are available. But when you go to your CA and ask them, or suppose you yourself take a decision and start using that, and your CA may not be comfortable with. That is one challenge which I feel is happening with many of the startups. Second is that the real-time updation with the GST sites and all, that is another challenge. Because if your software is not compliant with the GST, again, your CA, they will be doing the same thing, repeating the same thing in a Tally or a software which is compliant and they are, comfortable with. So considering all this, startups usually end up in a confusion like which is the ideal software or the app software to go with.
And then they most likely rely on a chartered accountant to help them out and do the work, which could have been
Yes.
done by themselves as well. And with
Yeah,
an
many of the startups whom I know, they manage it in a good old Excel and give it to their CA, and they do it in the software which they are comfortable with.
duplication of effort.
Yes, yeah.
Perfect. Ministry, thank you so much. This was as candid as it can get, and your insights are valuable. I'm pretty sure we'll come back to you and maybe we'll address the larger community of yours and say that how and what we are doing in the space of bookkeeping. But thank you so much for taking the time out today. I have one last question from you, and this is where from the founder of Her Money Talks, and this is there it goes. What does money mean to you personally?
Money means a lot to me. It means power, confidence, independence, happiness, success. So it goes. Each time it have different definition.
You look happy, so I'm pretty sure that this is how the money is flowing in.
My money is talking.
Money is talking. But thank you so much, Nissi. It has been a pleasure speaking with you.
Same here, Anuj. And good for bringing up this topic, which is less talked about. I love the concept of unsung heroes.
Thank you.